The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Friday, the 31st day of January. It's the final day of January 2025. Welcome to Bermuda's Daily Talk Show. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical Wells Windows, and People's Pharmacy. I'm Jamel Hartman. She's Teray Tall, and Maya Palacio will be with us in a bit to bring the latest in the news break brought to you by People's. Teray, haven't seen you since the beginning of the month. How are you?
I'm good, Jamel. Happy to be back.
Yeah. Did you had exams, right?
I did. I had final exams, and then I came back to Oxford, I think, like 2 weeks ago. So I've been settling in. So we're back in the groove.
How'd those exams go?
I don't know. We don't get the marks back until March. So I know. Isn't that crazy? Like, such a long turnaround time, but we'll see.
You know, Teray, I have no doubt you done well or did well. Which is it? Help me, scholar. Done or did? You get my point, though. Anyway.
No, I get your point. But thank you for saying that. You know what's crazy? I submitted the wrong essay. Like, I submitted the wrong essay, and I had to reach out to the administrators and be like, no, don't mark those ones. Mark these ones. So they gave me a pass, but I hope so.
All right, scholar. You know, I'm sure you've got this. Well, happy to have you back. I'm happy to have you back for sure. And we've got David Mike Wilson says, fantastic Friday, family. And yes, Kenton Trot, happy nomination day, TDH family. Nomination day. Well, you know what? I think they give out like awards. I don't know if they give out awards, but I'm always going to ride with my TDH team. And yeah, my partners here, you just got it. But if there were an award for like political savviness, political like comedy, Mr. Janet, bro, this dude's so quick with it. Like, I'm just like, bro. So that said, as stressful and exhausting as this election season may be, I am actually happy with the lighter side of it at times. I don't know if it's like, should we be laughing at like MPs and ministers walking out on press conferences? I found it entertaining. I mean, should we be laughing at stuff like that?
You know, Joe, I had like a similar conflict, but I think if you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like you can laugh while also knowing that there's an element of seriousness. All jokes have a level of seriousness to it. Yeah. I think it should be both alarming, but I'm happy that we have people like Mr. Photogenic who would turn something dark and give us some light.
Yeah. Because man, I agree exactly what she said. If we don't laugh, we might cry of a broken heart that we're living in these times, right? Yeah. All right, folks. Well, greetings, everyone. Thanks for making us part of your daily routine. A good one today. It's Friday Fun Day. Yes, in the midst of it's nomination day. We're still gonna have Friday Fun Day brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. Again, if you'd like 2 years of free membership with Mailboxes, just go to mailboxes.bm/the daily hour. All right, 2 years of free membership. Also, today, part of Friday Fun Day discussion, we're gonna try to have some political fun. Oh, I have a joke for you as well. I'm glad. This. I think this one may hurt some feelings because you told me, just let it go. All right. But I'm gonna go with it. But we're gonna be discussing the fun part is we'll be asking the audience what constituency has the best restaurants, and what's your favorite thing to do in your constituency? Like, if I was trying to get Teray to my constituency to hang out, what would I? Well, I'm dumb. I'll think about something. I don't even know the boundaries anymore for my constituency. Well, my former constituency. Remember, they kicked me out. Yeah. But yeah, that's what we're going to be asking. And also, don't forget, if you haven't already, folks, please subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. All right. Question: what's the question again?
What constituency has the best restaurants?
Yes. What constituency has the best restaurants? And also, what's your favorite thing to do in your constituency? Like, what's your favorite thing to do? Come on, Teray. What's your constituency?
C30 with Misha Fubler and Dwayne Robinson.
Oh, that's two young brothers that represent a different kind of politics. I don't think they reflect the historic. Well, I can't say don't reflect the historic values of the party, because maybe Misha Fubler does, but the party at present doesn't.
Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah, I see exactly what you mean. I agree with you. And you know what, Jamel? I was talking about this in BYC, and I was like, I'm just so grateful that I actually can put thought into my vote, because they're both great candidates. Like, both of them are great candidates, and people don't have that option. I mean, some maybe they do. We'll see after nomination day. But I'm really grateful because, like you said, I think they're both great people. But what I like to do in my constituency is go for a walk. I think the best trails are in Southampton, and that's my favorite thing to do in my constituency. And I'd also say that we have the best restaurants, because there's the Reefs and Henry VIII's, if people are into that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do in my constituency. Go for a walk, like near the water or in the grass. So many gems. So
she said, best walking trails, best restaurants. Come on, constituencies. I mean, constituency 30 came out swinging. She came out swinging. What are your thoughts? Christina Resendez says, good morning, Bermuda. Good morning to you as well. Suzanne Ingham says, Jamal, they need to kick you back into your constituency. Tell them I said so. You know what? After this election, I may actually file a writ against the parliamentary registrar, depending on if I get the funds to, because court cases are hard. I'm being dead serious right now. I know you all probably ain't taking me serious, but I may actually file something, because many of you have reached out to me on the side about me not having the right to vote. I'm no less Bermudian than someone who lives in Bermuda. I mean, I wake up every day and the first thing on my mind is Bermuda with these group of people. Our contribution is regular. But not only that, again, I'm Bermudian. It's not like you just take something away from someone unless someone wants to give it up. I've never given up my right. Like in the US, you can give up your right to citizenship. I've never given up my right to be a Bermudian by status. So I may seriously look at that once this election is over, because I don't quite think that the Red Parliamentary Registrar, if I can name 10 people who no longer reside in Bermuda, who are still on the Parliamentary Registrar, but yet I'm off. Yeah. I'm willing to take my chances before court. But anyway, we're having fun today. You all trying to take me off. You all trying to take me off.
So, and Janelle, though, I think you're going to have a great opportunity to do that, because I think after this election, there's going to be a big conversation. I know BYC has big plans to make this the last election where there's no absentee voting. And within that conversation is a larger conversation around, does that just include students, or does that include all Bermudians? So listen, your time is coming.
And big up to BYC for the work you guys continue to do. I mean, getting the conversation started is one thing, and many people have started, but keeping it going, being consistent, that's the hard part, because you'll notice some people will fall off because it's exhausting, it's tiring. So, audience, let us know. It's Friday Fun Day, brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. Again, if you can get 2 years of free membership at Mailboxes, just go to mailboxes.bm/thedailyhour. We're speaking about constituency. What constituency has the best restaurants, but also what is your favorite thing to do in your constituency? What's your favorite thing to do in your constituency? We've got Kenton Trot says, St. George's Cricket Club is in my constituency. Yes, sir. Best cup match club in Bermuda. Nothing else further to discuss. I mean,
get that comment off the screen. No.
Somerset haters into his house, brother.
No.
You got Somerset haters into his house, brother.
Cup match is always better in Somerset. This is just an objective fact. Sorry, Kenton.
The brother makes a great point. I mean,
no, he doesn't. He makes no points, I fear.
Cup for us. Buff that cup. We've got David Michael Wilson. He says, C30 is my constituency, so I support Teray's comment. Although I have yet to see Misha, it's Fabla, not Ferbert, or any PLP candidate at my doorstep. Let me say this much. I want to address this. I might as well address it now. I was going to wait to the news break. I've shown nothing but love to Misha. I think Misha is actually by ideology. And I'm sure we've said this on the show, many of us, ideology. I don't think he is a bad person to represent Bermudians as a politician. But I want to address this really quickly. We, during the general election of 2020, we made a very late decision to get involved politically. When this show started in 2020, we were not about politics. It was all about COVID and helping Bermudians just get through that. The first politician we had on was July 2020. It was Zane De Silva. When the election was called, we put a price on it. Why? Because in politics, the one thing people love to do is spend money to convince people to vote for them. We charge for political appearances on this show. Once an election is called, there is I'll be very public with you, a $500 fee to come on the Daily Hour. Many news entities and media entities have media kits for elections.
Mm-hmm.
PLP as well have reached out to ask people for the media kits. We have supplied our media kits. But my problem isn't that. It's that the comment about we don't pay to play. If the PLP doesn't pay to play, let me just go on Twitter and read a little something from one of our viewers, an audience member to the Edge community. If the PLP doesn't pay to play, which is the language used by the PLP, right? Then why is it that they took a clip from this very program and spent a heck of a lot of money with a non-Bermudian entity to use our content? But you won't pay to come on this show. That's not an excuse not to address the Bermudian people. You don't want to come on the show, PLP candidates, for one reason. You can't control the narrative. You can't control what's going to be asked of you. That's why people get up and walk out of press conferences. No shade and no direct. I'm really not trying to take a dig because that was quite entertaining to me. But my point is, that's on you. But the excuses that you don't pay to play, that's all politics is, paying to play. You're literally paying to get in front of people, to show awareness of what you do and how you believe you deserve their vote. So we have an open policy. Everyone is welcome on here. Independents, OBA, Michael Fay. Yeah, you too, you can come on. We'd love to have you. Teray and I have some questions. Maybe Sancha and Mia have some questions. We got some questions to ask you, Mr. Fay. But my point is, don't play us for stupid. You pay to play, but you go where you can control the narrative. We have a lot of love for Emily Gail Dill, but keep in mind, she's the only candidate that backed out and didn't come during the by-election. I'm sure that wasn't her choice. I see you all are taking me off Friday fun day.
Jamal. Bro, I don't think you realize how hilarious you are. Like, you, all the time you say, I'm hilarious, you are hilarious.
Oh, Anyway, let's go back. Let's give Misha a chance to respond. I said that I wasn't comfortable with pay to play when the fee wasn't explicit. I've been on the show before. I even appeared on David Lopes, the first piece since Dr. Brown. Fair enough. You're not comfortable with pay to play, but that's what politics is. It's pay to play. And I appreciate you saying, as a member of the PLP, understand your point. Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, let's get back to Fun Day Friday because, I'm here entertaining Teray. That's not what I'm here for. I told her I'm not here for her entertainment.
Is Listen, I don't think you do it intentionally. You are just so.
You know what? We'll talk about it when Maya comes on, but let's get back to the conversation. All right, it's Friday Fun Day, brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes, folks. What constituency has the best restaurants, and what's your favorite thing to do in your constituency? So we've got Suzanne Ingham. She says, walk. Loyal Hill has a lovely trail too, Teray. Like grill specialty. Go get them, Jamal. I'll walk up there with you. Teray, you can come too and boldly make your claims. Just representing.
It sounds like Suzanne's trying to sell me to some wolves or something. I can come and make my claim. What that means?
I was just trying to tell you come to court with us so when I file my writ.
Oh, I thought she was talking about come to the east and make the claim that Central and West is the best. Okay.
I mean,
yeah, I'm with you.
That too. Malachi Troy says C15, Yardie Kitchen is where it's at. Man, I ain't going to disagree. See, my constituency, well, again, my former constituency before they kicked me out is right next door, 16. It's next door to 15. And so I give him that. I wonder is our Mal still in my constituency? Because it used to be. I don't know. The boundaries changed, man.
Yeah, I don't know either. But speaking of boundary, actually, Misha told me that boundary is also in C30. So that gives me another in.
Oh, the restaurant?
Yep, really in C30.
Audience, you can't let C30 have the best restaurants in Bermuda. Trevor and Trotty says Spittle Point in C8. That's something she loves to do. That's one of the best things about her constituency, huh?
The Spittle Point is nice. Does it still smell though?
That's a good point. See, we don't want no stench while we're walking through. I like that. That was some easy shade on constituency 8 right there. Polly Rich says go to the beach, football games, bowling trails, C28, love it, 10 minutes from the city. C28. That's like in Paget or Warwick?
That's got to be Warwick.
That's Warwick?
That's got to be Warwick, yeah.
Is that
bowling? Because he said bowling, so it can't be east. So I'm thinking he's talking about Warwick Lanes.
Yeah. So it's got to be Warwick. Okay. See, I don't know. Farrah Palacio says, I'm near the city, so I'm just going to say the library. I love the library. She says, I'm in the city. She'll know. I'm like, well, see, me either. I don't know what's in my constituency because the boundaries changed. I don't know. David Michael Wilson says, apologist, not saying he's good/bad in any aspect, more so just to say I hadn't seen anyone political other than those I know directly or is related, which could come across as either good or bad. Well, Misha, you have someone in the audience who would love to, I think he would love to see you. Let me not say that. We've got Amari Simon says $500 is 3 of them posters on East Broadway. Talking about the PLPs. But yeah, isn't that illegal? That's not illegal?
I don't know.
I thought like billboards and stuff were. I mean, I don't know the law, folks. I just remember I wanted to start a business of billboards. I did like a paper in college, and I was told that billboards were illegal in Bermuda. Are they? I mean, I don't want it to spread bad in me because I have a retraction a week apparently, so I don't do that. Yeah,
I don't know.
We've got Ellen Kate Horton said the numerous ads must be free. Oh, talking about exactly right. Yes, Suzanne Ingham said yes. Jamal Teray, yes, come court with us. Go get them. Farrah Palacio says I love Spittle Point. It smells like living nature. Yeah,
Sarah, I love that for you, boo.
Teray's like you can have it. You can have it. You can have it. Shakara Richardson says they used to be Jamal, but so much has changed. What used to be?
I think she's talking about. Did you say you were asking if Mel's was in your constituency?
Yeah.
You were asking if some restaurant was still in your constituency.
Oh, right. Yeah. See, I don't know. I mean, once I got back on the registry, I'm gonna need to know what's in my constituency. So that would like my old constituency 16. We have quite a few people running. I think we've got Michael Weeks, obviously. And we've got John Seymour, and I think another person was named. I'm not sure.
Oh yes, an independent, right? Let me pull up.
Yeah, please.
The Connects thing.
Come on now, come on. This is what you do now. This is what
I know. I'm gonna have it up. I'm slacking. You said C15?
16. Who we got?
C16. You do have a nice slate. You have John Seymour for the OBA, Michael Weeks for the PLP, Shermaine Riley Murphy for the FDN, and that's it. Yeah, 3.
Okay, Shermaine Murphy. I knew it was another person added. Okay, cool. Got options. Audience, What's my favorite thing to do in my constituency, honestly? This might sound very boring to you all, but sitting on Nana's porch and just looking over Pembroke Dump at Bermuda.
Yeah.
That's honestly one of my favorite things to do. It's what we do. That's what we do. I think the boundaries have changed so much, so I don't know if like we have any restaurants in our constituency anymore.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we used to have Jamaican Grill down Parsons Road. The original Jamaican Grill now. Yeah, the original.
The OG.
Yeah. Let's bring Maya in though. She's got a lot of news to do, man. What you think?
It's been a long day.
What you think she's gonna talk about?
Anything
fun happened yesterday?
Fun, alarming. Yes.
I did like spread a rumor yesterday. I said, well, let me not mess with Maya's credibility. I'm not spreading any more rumors, even though people were blowing up my email and stuff saying, yo, you called it. So I heard a rumor and I shared it yesterday on the show. I said, I heard a rumor that the One Bermuda Alliance is going to be unveiling Michael Fay. Now, if it ain't true, you didn't hear it from me, I said.
If it ain't true, it wasn't me.
You didn't hear it from me. Well, apparently, it turned out to be true.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you all know I'm not a rumor spreader. That's not what I do. So let it be known that's the only rumor.
Mm.
Well, I'm lying because I might spread another one to later on in the conversation. But how they.
No, but you have credibility. You have credibility now. Listen, you got good faith with us. Come on, bring it.
You want another? No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
No, don't make one up. But if you have information, feel free to share with the class.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. I don't have anything to share today, folks. I don't have any rumors. Feel free to reach out to a brother. All right, we're going to bring Maya in. We're going to take a commercial break first. We'll take the commercial break. And after this break, we'll get into the news and we'll start discussing some of the things that happened. Did you heard about, like, there were a couple of press conferences, the FDM, the OBA, and PLP.
Yep.
Yeah, they all went very different.
Hmm.
Yeah, they all went very different. Yeah.
Yes,
Let's talk about that after the audience. You don't want to go anywhere. I think I have a few opinions to share this morning on the news. I think I have a few opinions to share this morning. We'll be back in 3 minutes, 14 seconds with the M to the P. Stick with us.
People's ACW, located at King Edward VII Memorial Hospital, carries over-the-counter medicines, toys, cards, and even toiletries. Our knowledgeable staff are there whether you're at emergency, visiting family, or a member of BHB staff, to show you our best even when you're feeling your worst. People's ACW, we're here for you.
When it comes to footwear, we carry functional, comfortable, orthopedic and waterproof shoes. We have construction shoes, golf shoes, shoes for walking, shoes for boating. We even have shoes for pickleball. We have shoes for everyone. With brands by Skechers, Atrax, Propay, Easy Street, Nursemates, Clogs, Avenger, Cherokee, Cat, Frog Talk and DeWalt. The list goes on.
See it all at our new expanded location on Bakery Lane.
Welcome to the new bulk store, Lindo's Next Level. Wake up in the morning with enough coffee to keep you running throughout the entire day. Your pet at home deserves the best. Stock up on dog food to keep your puppy happy. Need a quick tasty lunch at home? Your chicken nuggets will be jumping right out of the freezer. What's a movie night without popcorn? You can never have too much. Lindo's Next Level. Why go anyplace else?
Unlock your business potential with BDC's General Microloan, offering up to $30,000 for Bermudian small and medium businesses. Whether it's for inventory, working capital, or equipment, we provide 100% guarantee on approved loans. Simple application, low interest rates, and fast processing. Apply today and make your business dream come true.
The reason why you should vote for the One Bermuda Alliance, the reason why you should give us a chance at fixing this country is because we absolutely care. We've demonstrated that time and again. We're here to strengthen the community, and that means that we don't take advantage of political opportunities. We're here to enforce integrity in politics, and that means when we see it going wrong, we go to the courts and we bring the public's attention to it. And most of all, we're here to take care of the money, your money, not the government's money. And we're going to spend it on things that need it, not music studios, not pet projects, but on your needs, on your wants, your desires. And this includes things like public safety and education. There is no need to be flying around the world on all these trips when all of our problems are here, which is exactly where the solutions are as well. I'm Jerry Anderson, the leader of the One Bermuda Alliance, and we need your vote.
Bermuda Trivia, the Black History Edition, is now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Visit bermudatrivia.com or email contact@bermudatrivia.com to learn more.
Alrighty, welcome back to the big show. She's Teray Tull. I'm Jamel Hartman. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy. Don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Real quickly, folks, if you haven't already, whatever platform you're on, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, X of Twitter, whatever you choose to call it, our website, just make sure you give us a like, a love, a follow, share the conversation with your friends, your family, your colleagues. Let's get people Instagram. If you're on there, make sure we're giving people access to these community conversations. Another thing, before we bring Maya in, just want to, as a team and a community, send love to Teo and his family as they celebrate the life of his father today. We are sending just an abundance of love to Teo during this time. So audience, please keep him in your thoughts. And if you see him, just show him some love today and beyond. All right. I think it's time to see what Miss Palacio has in store for us today. Let's bring Maria in. You ready? You ready, team? You ready?
Ready.
I don't know why I'm so excited about the news. Well, every day, because MP just brings it, but I'm actually excited. Let's bring Maya in. Play her music.
It's not lately.
Good morning. Good morning.
Coming in hot. That's what they say, right? Coming in hot. That's still cool to say.
I still believe that's popular, yes.
Okay, coming in hot. Yeah, did I sound like Mr. Photogenic?
Actually,
No?
kind of.
Kind of, yeah. You kind of ate that. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cousin. What you got?
Don't push it now. Don't push it now.
Take that one back to the layup.
Take that back.
First one was good. That one, yeah. Take that one back.
Anyone photogenic. Look, let's come on. I'm sorry, Maya. Can you get right into the news? What you got for us? I'm happy.
Yeah, of course. It's definitely a long one this morning. And again, full of just political stories and changes and switches and turns and shocks. So good morning, good morning. This is your Daily Hour News Break, brought to you by the good people at People's Pharmacy. Starting out, the OBA has continued their candidate rollout following their theme that we can kind of call it's not allowing your past to define you, as they welcome back Michael Frey. So he's a former OBA senator and minister who is infamous for his push for immigration reform with pathways to status, a time which he regards was largely bad communication and smear tactics. The following video is courtesy of Burn News.
I think it's very important to remember that after the 2012 election, the OBA came into government and things were really not what they should have been. We were put into an unenviable position of having to examine ways in which to bring money and income into the country, keep money and people from leaving, and also increase our population. One of those ideas was to try and achieve the goal of encouraging people and capital to remain in Bermuda. And one of those was to offer PRC to those who had been in Bermuda for 15 years and status to those who had been here for 20 years plus. That is hardly opening the floodgates when the very people that would have applied were already here. Now, with that said, I'm not here today to continuously go back and forth and look at all of the past events. I'm far from perfect, and I put my hands up and accepted failings and accepted where we could have done better.
Some have made it clear their displeasure with the call of his reappearance, especially that of the PLP. Later, during a press conference they called to speak on Bermuda's youth, Minister Owen Darrell opened up by addressing his discomfort with the OBA's decision.
Today's shocking breaking news. The choice by the One Bermuda Alliance to nominate Michael Fay, who's the architect of Pathways to Status in one of their historically safe seats, constituency 20. This is a choice that the OBA has made. And by making this choice, it is now clear that the OBA or UBP has not changed.
Ooh, can I speak?
Yes. Do you have anything commentary on that story?
Plenty. Here's the thing. Let me put this up to the audience. How do you think the announcement of Michael Fay impacts, well, it should be impacts, the general election results? How do you think it impacts it? How do you feel? How does the announcement of Michael Fay impact the general election results? Like, do you think it changes anything? Here's what I'll say. When I shared that yesterday, that's what I heard. I was pretty confident it would happen. And because I just don't like to spread things and have to retract them, even though it happens regularly. The OBA has already conceded the election with some of the people that they've chosen. And that's not to be disrespectful, but I think, all parties at this point will admit that they were not able to get a lot of their first choice people. I know a lot of people, when they speak of Michael Fay, they mention the Pathways to Status and December 2nd. You can remove those two incidents for me, and I still will have a problem with Michael Fay. I don't know if it's personal or political. I really don't know. But when he speaks, even just now, it just doesn't come across like he's learned anything for me. And maybe I need to sit down and have a conversation with to better understand him. And maybe I'm wrong in what I'm about to say. But as a person who has had Michael Fay on my talk show when I was with Hot 1075, and then at Bermuda Broadcasting in 2011, another talk show appearance, it just feels like he has such a disdain for a certain group of people. And again, maybe that's me. Maybe if I sat down and talked to him, I'd feel differently. But I feel that way even if I eliminate the incidents of Pathways to Status and the December 2nd pepper spray incidents. So now if you put those two things on top of it, it just seems like, and again, I don't know the ins and outs of what goes on in the OBA, right? Maybe this is who the people, the party, the constituency wanted. And I'm not there to tell them who to run because I think they've made excellent choices in terms of some constituents, as have the PLP. But I'm not quite sure he's going to have the Trump effect. And what I mean by the Trump effect, Donald Trump was very disliked by a lot of people. But he was able to get the poorest of white America to believe in him. I'm not quite sure Michael Fay is going to have that effect. And I feel like, the Royal Gazette had an opinion last week regarding one of the candidates that the OBA had announced. And it basically was speaking about another own goal. I do wonder if the Royal Gazette are currently writing or typing another editorial, now sharing the latest own goal by the One Bermuda Alliance. Now, let me be clear. Will he win that seat? Yes. Will he be effective as an MP? Absolutely. Is he the person to help that party grow? Probably not. And by the response of the Bermuda Progressive Labor Party yesterday, you've just given them some ammunition to make it a bit more easy. The other problem with this, I'll finish on this because I know you're all tired of hearing me talk. The other problem with this is there are people who may be disgruntled with the PLP that may be on the fence. Bringing back a person who they blame for a lot of what went wrong politically is basically telling them this party hasn't learned and hasn't grown. Mr. Faye says he's learned from there. Time will tell. Maybe he and I need to have a conversation on the Daily Hour with all of you. At this time, me, the non-voter, the talk show host, I'm not convinced. But I'm happy to hear from the audience. How does this announcement of Michael Faye impact general election results? I think if the OBA had a chance of closing the gap, that chance might just be gone. That's how I feel.
Joy, do you want to add any commentary before we move on to the next story?
No, I think that was very comprehensive.
All right. Well, now in that exact same press conference, Minister Darrell and PLP Junior Minister Shay Adams decided to walk away from the media present during their own press conference, which led to a lot of public discourse. So let's tap into that story now.
In this video, a journalist from the Gazette turned the focus back to the youth and asked one of the most popular questions during this general election about disenfranchising young people by calling the election on February the 18th. When the majority of university students will not be home, while the minister called the question disrespectful and told the journalist to read the PLP platform and accept the answer that was given previously.
And then you can go over to Reed Street and ask Mr. Faye why, when he was in government, his party did not implement what they said they would do on that matter back in 2012. Thank you.
Okay, just two other questions. On totally. Minister, can I ask you, what's the latest on the solar panel project?
This decision to exit and walk away did not play well over social media because members of the public expressed their opinions immediately. Some said MP Darrell and Adams walked out of their own press conference after being asked if they felt the timing of the election had disenfranchised young voters. Did you expect the press to say PLP all the way, PLP? The public relies on the press to ask the hard questions, and the public expects that elected reps will have sensible answers. And others made comical commentary on the situation.
That's right. All right.
Later, the minister apologized for his actions, saying, "Today, PLP press conference did not end up in the way that it should have, and on behalf of the Progressive Labour Party, I apologize for the abrupt ending. Regardless of how they are received by the party or its candidates, it is important to address questions from the media. I unreservedly apologize and will continue to represent the PLP and the residents of constituency 15 to the best of my ability."
You go first, Teray.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go back to something Asha had said when she was on, which is when she saw the Patty Act, she had like alarm bells in her head because that was clearly an attack on journalism and journalists who have investments in stories over the long term. And this, again, was, in my head, another Democratic rollback. And even in the apology, Minister Darrell says it's important to address the media. No, it's not important. It's a Democratic right. Like it's literally the job of everyone in government to address the media and the public. It's not something that politicians get to decide is important. It reminded me of Trump when he would angrily walk out of press conferences. And although like the memes were hilarious, this, like Asha said, should cause everyone to have alarm bells because this is clearly people, a part of a party, showing a disdain for the media. But on a human level, if somebody is still talking to you, I don't know like what it takes to just completely ignore them and leave the room. That was also something that stuck with me because the journalist, I don't know who he is, God bless him, is still like kind of chasing them out the room or like still talking, and like they completely ignored his existence and his presence and were like, thank you, like we're leaving. And I'm like, that to me was also alarming, like on a systemic level for democracy, but also on a human level. Like if somebody is talking to you like and not being disrespectful and doing their job, why would you just completely ignore their existence and act like you were the one wrong?
Yeah, I believe the journalist was Gareth Finnegan from the Royal Gazette, I believe. So earlier in the day, and actually I'll touch on that in a few, and Maya talks about it. I second everything Teray said. You know, one of Maya's favorite quotes, I think, is from Malcolm X about the media, right? I don't remember it off the top of my head.
I do.
He controls the media, controls the mind. Is it that one?
You got
Media
it.
is the strongest entity in the world. It has the power to make the innocent look guilty and the guilty look innocent.
You're right.
Period.
And I'll tell you why that quote's important right now, because I think during the first Trump era, the media was made, even right now with what the press secretary of Donald Trump said the other day, was probably one of the most dangerous things regarding media. And this goes to ghosted by government with Maya's everything. So what the press secretary basically said the other day, I hope it was AI generated, but she said that they'll be giving everyone access, even if you're a TikToker who talks and shares news, be giving everyone access. And I feel like I don't think people understand what goes into this. You know, I always say on this show, I am not a journalist. I'm a talk show host. I facilitate conversations. I understand, you know, there's a lot of work that goes into being a journalist, a reporter, an anchor. Like, it's just so much more, right? I don't cover stories. I discuss the news. I don't report the news. When I think about what happened yesterday, and this is not, I'm not even going to focus on the two individuals. I'm just going to focus overall. The Bermuda Progressive Labor Party it's been said by many people that they will always be a better opposition than they are a government. And I would say that's very true, because you see a certain unity amongst Black Bermudians when they are in the opposition, whether that's right or wrong. What I'm challenged with the Bermuda Progressive Labor Party under the leadership of David Burt is they have a history of going where they can control the narrative. They have a history of wanting questions before you speak with them or interview them. Credit to every other politician that no one ever asks me what I'm going to ask them. No one ever, like, we had an incident with Linda Smith, OBA candidate, the other day. People are up in arms because of how she answered a question. How do you think PLP MPs and candidates will answer without preparation? I'm not making an excuse for her. I'm simply saying, when people speak from the heart, you get the real them, the authentic them. We have a decision to make whether we like that or not. Right? So I'm not here to, yes, it was as entertaining as it was. To follow what Teray said, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. And so I will challenge the people of Bermuda to do one thing, if nothing else. These folks are going to be coming, knocking on your doors, coming to your house. Don't let them control the narrative. Don't let them get up and walk out when the questions get hard. And if they do, then you know what you have to do. But I'm not understanding why honest, transparent people who have done so much for us have to control the narrative. I'm not understanding why honest, transparent people who have improved the country have to be in a space where they control the narrative. We've got to do better, not the politicians, but the people. Watch how I end this. The way for you to do better is to support the very thing that Teray was speaking about with Asha. Support journalism. Support media. Because if they had it their way, there would be no media. They would be the media, which is what Elon Musk promotes on a daily basis. You are now the media. Why? Because then it comes down to opinions and feelings and emotions, and not facts and information and details. Roger Alias, former top exec at Fox. The truth is whatever you get people to believe. Dangerous. So
very dangerous.
Now, I wouldn't say, if I remember correctly, I don't believe that, I could be wrong, But tell me, audience, I believe after the OBA won in 2012, Craig Kennaner headed out with Io Johnson at a press conference. I'm not sure if he walked out, but it was pretty close. So I don't think that yesterday is the first time that's happened. I could be wrong, but just tell me if anyone remembers that. But again, how do you feel about politicians walking out on the media? Did anyone answer that? Anybody answer that?
Suzanne Ingham says that was cowardly, stupid for them to walk out of their own press meeting, certainly not mature enough to handle the positions. Just my opinion. I wouldn't vote for them. They can handle the pressure. Just my opinion. Renee Simmons says they proved themselves walking out like that. Why put on a show? They walked out on their own electorates, which is telling because it's not just about them, but they proved their true feelings. Ferro Palacio says huffy and petty and rude. That is how they are, and those are the interactions you have with them if they have no need / want to smile in your face. Supporting independent journalism is so important. Ellen Kate Horton says, if you watch the press conference, you would have noticed that there was someone else in the room, not the front left of them. They continued looking in that direction. It appeared that they might have taken directions sad. I think it means like might have taken directions to leave.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that be, go ahead.
And then Shamori Sky says walking out on the media is walking out on the voter. Absolutely. And also walking out on the youth, because that was a valid question. And I know that the premier has addressed the young people not being able to vote with and kind of reiterated their statement, but it's clear that people are not happy with that response. So if they continue asking, it's not because we're unaware of your statement. We're just not happy with it. As a young voter and as a young organizer, I can put my hand up and say we're not happy with it. So it's unconscionable that you would just keep giving the same information when we repeatedly said we're not happy with it. So
I'm no PR professional, right? And the question was valid. It was asking about you vote, right? But I'm no PR professional. And correct me if I'm wrong. Again, audience, if I speak out of turn, I'll retract it. But I believe that their PR person is Jamal Simmons. I think maybe that was the person that was directed him. But I'll say this much. Everyone's an expert because they think they win, right? If I'm the PLP PR, the lesson from yesterday, a press release, not a press conference. You could have said what you had to say about Michael Fay in a press release and not have to deal with those questions. To me, that falls on the PR of the party. I'll leave it at that. Sorry.
No, that was great commentary from both of you. I will say this before I move on to the next story, that even though that press conference, ironically enough, was meant to be about what the Progressive Labour Party had done for the youth and what it's continuing to do for the youth of Bermuda, yet starting it out by addressing Michael Fay and then getting upset that the direction of the press conference is going in a whole different route. And then when it gets brought back to the youth, continuing to get upset about the questions being asked. That's just how it played out. And it just seems like a very ironic situation that everyone was sort of put in the moment that they're faced with. But I do want to just say that I definitely stand with my colleagues, journalists who are continuously on this beat right now for the general election, because it is a tough one to follow, to keep up and be at every single place. I can only imagine, like, me not being home has been completely difficult, trying to get these stories to you guys, but also just them being there and trying to capture everything for the audience, for the community of Bermuda. I think they're doing a great job of trying to get every single story out there to everyone. I just want to commend them for that and the work that they're doing on the scene for the people. Because I think right now, what is it, 94 candidates I think we have at present, but we're probably going to have more as well.
Smash the 100 mark. I'll just say this. I think after those first two stories, I'm sure the OBA is upset with me. I'm sure the PLP is upset with me. I'm sure you've got some FDM and they'll be upset with me. Probably got an independent too. My point is, folks, I'm going to see if I get some shirts made for election day that you all can wear to the polls. Equal opportunity offender, Jamal Hartman. Because I really, really hope that you're objectively looking at this and making decisions based on what's best, not necessarily who the best person, or most likable person is, but who's the best person to represent you. Because at the end of the day, I'm not saying both parties suck. I'm not saying both parties are great. I'm just literally questioning things about what I see. I'm not here to favor either. I'm not here to tell you what way to go. The only side I'm on this morning is the people and media. That's my bias. That's my bias.
All right. Well, furthermore, let's continue on with this news. But we've got a couple more to go through before the show is done. So vandalism has begun, and this has happened to OBA candidate Douglas Dukuda. In this image here, you see that he had a picture up on a wall that was obviously torn down. And he said in his tweet, "This is disappointing. We have many serious issues to deal with here. Let's keep the focus on candidates, ideas, and solutions for Bermuda. I invite PLP, FDM, and all candidates to join the One Bermuda Alliance in denouncing this and any other political vandalism or violence."
Oh, that's childish.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't have much to say about that. That's just childish, I think. I mean, I don't think that's going to earn or lose anyone votes, but yeah.
Typically, we definitely see a lot of, spray paint, spray can, things like that on the island, but this has been sort of new territory. But then again, I don't think this is very common to actually post the ones that he's done. I haven't seen many in past general elections. So definitely looking at, like I said before, what's being done in this general election will definitely play out for the next one, what the do's and the don'ts and what happened when it comes to promotions. All right, well, meanwhile, we got more candidates coming through for the Free Democratic Movement. Here's a story.
The Free Democratic Movement rolled out 3 new candidates. Quentin Sherlock will run in C2. He will be up against PLP's Kim Swan and OBA's Thomas Harvey and independent Tiffany Painter. They also announced Kyle Bridgewater, who will run in C14. He will be up against PLP Alexa Lightbourne, OBA's David Rogers, and independent Noel Young. And finally, their leader, the Honorable Mark Bean, who will, as he says, be returning home and running in C32. He will be up against OBA's Callan Lewis and PLP's Scott Simmons. The Free Democratic Movement also said that they will have a few more candidates that will be rolled out today during the nomination.
I think Quentin Sherlock is an absolutely fantastic candidate. We love to call out when there's bad candidates, or we think, but I think he's a person who actually cares. He's been living between Ghana and Bermuda for years, helping young people through Gulf. Excellent. I don't know Mr. Bridgewater. And for the Honorable Mark Bean, I actually like the fact that they seem to be running in areas where they're, it's either their home, they're active, or it's their family. I did get some questions, people asking, does Mark Bean live in Bermuda? I want to address that real quickly because I know you have other stuff to do. This stuff about ordinarily a resident in Bermuda 6 months plus 1. Our system is so stupid. And I'm not, that's the kind word I'm using this morning, that if you can tell me that I'm no longer on the thing to vote because I'm not ordinarily a resident, but I can name, again, I ain't no snitch, I ain't calling no name, but I can name 10 people who are in the same situation, I can't take you seriously. And people for me, at the end of the day, is Mark Bean still active in Bermuda? Well, some will say yes. So if he wants to give back, if he wants to, be a part of the change he wants to see on the island and bring his family back, then so be it. So be it. I don't see a problem. No, if you saw the press conference yesterday, Gary Foster Skelton of Bermuda Broadcasting challenged the Honorable Mark Bean. I would like everyone, if they haven't seen it, to go back to that press conference. It might be on TNN or one of the other ones. Go back, see how the Honorable Mark Bean responded, and then go and look and see how Ern Darrell and Judge Adams responded. I'm not saying one was better than the other, but I just want you to go and see. The only thing I would say, I'm probably more Owen Darrell and Judge Adams. I'm not a politician. I'm not asking for no one's vote. I'm not a candidate. But I probably wouldn't have walked out. I probably would have used language that's not appropriate. Right? That's me being honest. But again, I would not put myself in that situation. But I think Mark Bean, I'd like people to go back to see how he handled the questions. Some of you will like it, some of you won't. Some of you might say, oh, he deflected, he didn't. But I encourage you to go back. And if you saw it, you know what I mean. If you saw it, you know what I mean. I want you to go make your own. I don't want to lead you in a direction. Go make your own decision. Sorry.
All right. Well, in other news, let's step away from politics a little bit. Reparations have long been a focal point for CURB's advocacy efforts, and now they are inviting you to deepen your engagement by joining the discussion. So there's a free community lunch and learn that will be held on February the 7th at the Bermuda National Library to address historical injustices and promote equity that has led us to prioritize this critical issue, the group themselves. And they say the community insight and perspective is invaluable in this situation. So they invite anyone who wishes to talk about the reparations and join into the discussion to be there at the Bermuda National Library on February the 7th.
I don't know why we don't have more reparations talks in Bermuda. Why are we so afraid of that?
Because that requires us to talk about race in a meaningful way. And I haven't seen one politician in the last 3-4 years do that in the House.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Yeah.
CURB does it a lot, though. I don't want to make it seem like the work's not being done. It's just not being done.
Yeah, pick up CURB, but I mean, they're just the organization. Like, we need legislation and policy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Just thought that. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, moving on to sports, because I haven't given you guys a sports story in a while on the shows. We've been just jam-packed with election coverage. But the Bermuda Under-17 women's national team is off to a blazing start in the CONCACAF women's Under-17 qualifiers in Puerto Rico. On Monday, they secured a 2-0 victory over the Cayman Islands, setting the tone for their campaign. And they've done a lot more and have a lot more wins since then.
On Monday, they secured a 2-0 victory over the Cayman Islands, setting the tone for their campaign. Building on that momentum, Bermuda dominated St. Vincent and the Grenadines with a commanding 5-1 win. Despite conceding an early goal to Stephanie Hunt in the 31st minute, Bermuda roared back in the second half. Evan Walsh equalized with a precise free kick at the 60-minute mark. Milan Gibbons then showcased her striking prowess, netting 2 goals, while Ebony Patton and Keondae Lightbourne each added to the tally, stealing the victory. These consecutive wins position Bermuda favorably in Group A, bringing them closer to advancing in the tournament. Their next challenge is against host nation Puerto Rico on Friday, January 31st at 7 p.m. A win would further solidify their standing and momentum in the competition.
I love that, man. I love that. And, I want to apologize to the young ladies because we've been lost in politics that I've seen some of this stuff, but it's almost like, is this old? Is this new? So, big up to the young ladies doing their thing, representing and winning.
Yeah, for real. Big goals there too. High marks. Oh, we love to see it. All right, looking at the weather today, bright morning skies gradually turning into cloudier in the afternoon. It doesn't say that it will rain, but still, just as always, bring a jacket. Just be mindful. It could always rain. And we got a little bit of moderate winds going in, but they shouldn't be too hard or too heavy today. And we got a high of 66 degrees. Again, as always, don't try to be brave. Bring those gloves on that bike. It's cool.
All right. We're going to let Teray do the days of the year. Then I'm going to give you a little joke, and then we're going to take a break. Then we'll come back. We got daily play, but we're also going to do a giveaway. We're going to do a hashtag giveaway as well. We haven't done a giveaway all year, so we're going to do a hashtag giveaway once we come back from the break. But T, what you got for days of the year? What will we be looking at today?
So today is National Hot Chocolate Day.
Oh.
So if you, like me, love hot chocolate, cozy up with some hot chocolate and watch Nomination Day.
There you go.
That's a good idea.
As a kid, I don't think I think I became a tea person. Does that mean I'm old?
No.
Okay.
No.
Everyone should be drinking tea. It's good for you.
Okay.
There's a lot of good benefits.
Yeah. It's am I pronouncing this right? Chamomile? That's how you pronounce it?
Chamomile, whatever.
Yeah. You all know that my vocabulary is not excellent. All right, I got a joke for you.
Okay, let's go. Let's hear it.
Maya, can you smile, please? All right, here we go.
Maya's like, that's so funny, girl.
Here's your political joke, folks.
Okay, let's go.
Why do thieves never target politicians' homes?
Because they'll be stealing from themselves, or they live there.
Why do thieves never target politicians' homes?
Professional courtesy.
All right.
they don't steal from their own kind. Like,
all right, yeah, that was good.
I'm
It's a
sorry.
little disappointing, but it was fine.
I'm sorry. Thank you. At least one Palacio. I finally got a Palacio on my side. Okay. See, she'll give you that one. She get it out. I finally got Palacio. All right. MP, you gonna stick with us? We got a daily play.
All right, I'll stick with the daily play.
Fine. All right, we got daily play coming up. Audience, don't go anywhere. In the meantime, do us a big favor. Whatever platform you're on, please give us a like, a love, follow, share, like retweet it, repost it. Make sure everyone has access to this conversation. This is our final show of January 2025. We're going to do a giveaway when we come back, so don't go anywhere. Yeah, stick with us. I think we've got 2 minutes, 10 seconds. We'll be back.
All right, here we go.
Looking for the best care for your pets? Nova's Ark Feed and Supply has everything you need, from top quality foods to toys and supplies. We've got it all. Join our frequent buyer program and earn rewards every time you shop. Plus, we've been awarded the Clever Customer Initiative program for helping you save more. And don't forget, we open an hour early on Saturdays so you can get a head start on your pet care. Visit us today or shop online for easy pickup or delivery. Your pets will thank you.
Right. Who was the first woman to become not just the first female opposition leader in Bermuda, but throughout the entire British Commonwealth?
Dame Lewis Brown Evans.
Hey, buddy. Hun, who was the first woman to serve as opposition leader, not just in Bermuda, but throughout the entire British Commonwealth?
Dame Lewis Brown Evans.
Mason, what did you say?
Dame Lewis Brown Evans.
Dame Lewis Brown Evans? Where do you find that?
Mommy playing Bermuda Trivia.
Mommy playing Bermuda Trivia.
Oh, honey, I'm so proud of you. Good job.
It's true. Children are a reflection of their environment. Bermuda's favorite trivia game, fun with a purpose. To educate, to entertain, to inform, to inspire, to learn, and to enjoy. Bermuda Trivia. All volumes now available at various stores throughout Bermuda. Visit bermudatrivia.com to learn more and follow Bermuda Trivia on your favorite social media platforms.
All righty, welcome back to the big show. Yeah, baby, we having fun. It's Friday Fun Day. Maya bought the juice this morning. It's a nomination day, final day of January 2025. Folks, I just want to give a big thanks to our partners, the BAC group of companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy, to ensure that we're able to do this with you on a regular basis. Again, if you haven't already, whatever platform you're on, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, website, X, Twitter, YouTube, like, love, follow, share, subscribe. Make sure you have access and your people have access to these community conversations that we have on a regular basis. It is time for the Daily Play, brought to you by Bermuda Trivia, now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. All right, audience, Maya, Teray, are you ready? All right, here's the question. In the 2020 general election, 3 PLP MPs ran uncontested. They were Michael Weeks, Jason Hayward, and who else?
Neville Tyrrell.
Well done. I was like, I knew Jason Hayward and Michael Weeks. Those are the two that I knew when you said them.
I think you beat your record, Maya. I think
That
she just
was-
beat your record.
That was quick. That was victory.
Great, but you know what? Let's give her some. Let's give her some. Yeah.
Thank you.
She didn't get the. You know what?
Neville Tyrrell.
Let's give the audience a chance. Audience, hashtag the Daily Hour. Hashtag the Daily Hour. Let's do that. Hashtag the Daily Hour. We're gonna us three. What we'll do in the meantime, we'll wrap it up. We'll give our final thoughts. Neville Tyrrell, that was man. Teray, you put the book down. Oh, Jay.
But you know why? I used to be in his constituency. I used to live there. So because he ran uncontested, I couldn't vote for the first time. And I remember being like so angry. But good news, he's not running uncontested this time.
Who's up against him?
He's up against someone in the OBA. I'll tell you the name right now. Yeah, it's Montel Curran.
Okay. I have to read about him. I don't think I've heard about him. Montel Curran. Oh, they are popping off with the Daily Hour hashtag. Come on, Daily Hour hashtag. Let's give it to us. Final thoughts on today's show. Like Maya, this is nomination day. I think you said that we're about at 90 something people so far, candidates that put themselves out there. What are you expecting? Are we going to have any coverage later on with anything on nomination day? Does anyone even know where it's held? Is it really at MSA?
I think so. I think it is at MSA.
Let's confirm that.
Yeah, any audience, anyone know where nomination day
No,
is?
it starts 11.
11 a.m. to 1.
Yeah, let's see. Okay. Nomination day.
Okay, so 11 o'clock is all going down. Okay. Well, let's talk.
St. Agnes. Sorry.
On St. Agnes? That's interesting. Is school out today?
Ooh, I don't know.
It's Friday.
Anyone with kids at MSA? Anyone with kids at MSA? Are your kids at school?
Yeah, Tiffany says MSA. What? That's interesting to me.
My mind was that I was going to be at the church again.
School
right.
In 2020.
Oh, school is out.
Okay.
Karen Simmons says, "Get better soon." Thank
you.
But I will say this. The great thing about doing virtual is if you're got some sniffles, you can show up to work and not get anybody else sick. That's a great thing. Because if we were sharing the studio, I remember Teo and I back in the day. Nah, bro, coughed on the mic, but no, we don't have to worry about that. But anyway, final thoughts on today's show. I mean, who wants to go first?
I'll take it away. Love to hear what people love to do in their own constituency, because that's a great thing to learn about Bermuda, about this show, where we can go, what we can do, and what brings you joy on this island. Because we need a lot of joy when things are happening and getting so confusing, especially during these times right now. In terms of the news break, there's so much going on with this general election. I know that it's so hard to keep up with everything, and we are doing our best to keep you guys informed on this show, as well as any other media outlet too that's out there. So keep supporting your media outlets and your news outlets, as well as they continue to strive and get you these stories and get you the exclusives and bring something different to your perspective to help you figure out who you want to vote for in this upcoming general election, so you get all the information that you need. So those will be my takes on today's show. Very happy for our audience just being so engaging, especially during this time of year. And big up to Simone and Phil out there right now for nomination day. I know they're going to be doing some coverage to bring to you guys. And just a cue and a reminder to our members on YouTube that there will be a lot of background exclusive stuff coming to you today. So yeah.
Audience, if you are not a member of our YouTube channel, please just hit join. There's a lot of stuff that beyond this, what we do on this show, that you'll be able to see and have access to. So be like Shawnette Bell, be like Nicole Walker, be like Sheikah Rayner, be like Mark Arthur C. Phillips. Go join, become a member. T?
Yeah, I mean, I would echo everything Maya just said. I also, like something you guys had said earlier about just thanking journalists. I think that is the top of mind for me, because the press conferences have been off the chain, like 5 per day. So there's a lot of hidden costs to these things, like getting there, leaving, preparing, and seeing the way that journalists was treated really made me upset. So sending love to him, and also to the people of Bermuda for keeping up with this. We're at nomination day, so we're almost at the end. But also, it was really great to talk about the constituency debate. I think we won. I think C30 won objectively, because we only got Yardie Kitchen and the defunct Jamaican Grill. So I'm gonna claim that throne.
I mean, it's fun gig. I mean, it's a nice place to go for a walk with a mask on.
With a mask, exactly, with a mask. So I'll happily take C30 as the winner of our Friday Fun Day question. So that was good. But yeah, I mean, great fire news break, Maya, and looking forward to nomination day.
Indeed. Mark Arthur C. Phillips just says membership has its privileges. Join and you won't regret it. Indeed. And we appreciate your support, Mark. I'll end it up by saying this. I think I appreciate Fun Day Friday. It allows us to find the joy in the darkest things. Who knew the last 2 weeks we can find fun things to talk about around politics and the election, especially in the place we're in. Let's just quote Seva Painter says, "The fact we have so many independent candidates says so much." And I think that stands out. I think, it's tough to, I think Maya may have said it, someone said it, if we don't laugh, we'll cry, right? And I think that's where we're at with this. I don't put this on the politicians. I put this on the general public because they're only there because we allow them to be there. So I'm glad, for the constituency conversations. I do favor some of those restaurants up in C30. Come on, others, come on, give us something. St. George's people, you didn't show up. Only Kenton, St. George Cricket Club, you got some of my favorite spots down there. Come on, show me something. But as far as the news break, and I'm going to be very serious in saying this. There's a tremendous amount of work that goes into what we do. Keep in mind, there's no music on this show. There's nothing to distract us and take us away. This is constant information. There's no savior of content that takes it off of us. Maya and Simone and Teo, they probably do more work than your average news journalist because in bigger organizations, their focus is usually one story. And then someone else covers another story. So independent journalists really do need your support. And if you appreciate and value what we do, I'm not here to beg you. I'm just telling you, start putting your money where your mouth is. Verbal support's great. A share, a like, a follow, we appreciate it. But at the end of the day, I have such an appreciation for people who have given us $1, if that, to be able to deliver. Because if you learn nothing from what Teray said just now, media is not in a place where it should be. And the further we fall back and the more that media is looked at as the bad persons, the bad apples, the less credibility we're going to have in this space. If that's what you want, so be it. But to get the quality that you expect, we want to thank you, a new member, Sahim Menk. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nicole Walker. We appreciate it. Again, I'm not here begging you. I'm just saying, you guys don't understand. Maya, I'm going to pick on her because she's here. But I don't even I will put my football, it honestly saves me frustration when I do. But if she hits me up on a Saturday with something, I will stop what I'm doing. Football, I'll just forget it. Manchester United is going to lose anyway, and get up for her. Because the commitment that she has to her craft, at her age, if she just said, "Oh, I'm not interested anymore," trust me, we lose a generation of people. If you connect, said, "You know what, I'm tired. No one's listening." Trust me. So I'm just asking people, honestly, when it comes to media, we can complain about, the people, the candidates walking out of a press conference. We can complain about people not asking the right questions. We can complain about Jamal not standing up to OBA candidate Linda Smith when she made a comment. We get it all. But what are you doing to truly help support us to ensure we're able to do this with you on a daily basis? But I had to address that part. I want to say this regarding the OBA and Michael Fay. I want to be proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong. You know why I want to be proven wrong? Because there's a high chance, I can't see him not being elected for the OBA in that constituency. So he's going to be in the House of Assembly. Prove us wrong, sir. Show us show us when you get there that you are a changed person. To the PLP, I'm not perfect. You all know me. You all know me. Maya, about a weekly basis, you say, hey, you said this on the show. I've gotten better. Let's say 2 weeks. Or Larry.
A month.
A month. Okay, month. I'm not perfect. Trust me, folks. I have to go back and watch these shows. And if I don't, someone brings it to my attention. I'm not making an excuse for the behavior of Minister Darrell and MP Adams. They are human, is what I'm going to say. But they are humans who made a choice to get into politics. They are humans who made a choice to do that press conference. And they are humans who made a choice to get up and walk away. The apology. If they didn't apologize, we'd be saying, where's the accountability? I appreciate the apology, I do. Because we speak about accountability on this show all the time. Or what's that quote, that the thing everybody says these days? The apology means nothing without changed behavior.
That is just gaslighting or whatever.
Our eyes are on the politicians. Our eyes are on you. The children are watching with their parents over their shoulder. Want to address the FDM. Politics is a lot. What I will say is the FDM cannot shake this one thing. Sancha asked it on this show, and the questions continue to happen. He asks, where was the FDM after the last election? If the FDM has no successful candidates in this upcoming election, they know what they have to do. You must stay present. That's where people have lost faith. And our last message to the independents: go forth. You have an uphill battle. But the fact that you believe in yourself enough to make a political difference, go forth. And if you get the opportunity, please know that this show, if no one else, will hold you accountable. Let's do this giveaway real quickly because you all got to go. All right. Let's see who's it going to be. We've got, okay, let's see. Hit that drum roll. Who we got? Come on. Who we got? Kathy Rogers. Congratulations, Kathy. Kathy Rogers is the first winner this year. We'll get Kathy, send us an email to engage@thedailyhour.com so that we can get you a gift voucher to one of our sponsors of your choice. That's BAC Group, that's Medicals, that's Lindo's, that's People's Pharmacy, it's Noah's Ark, that's my mailboxes. Who am I forgetting? Oh, and we have a big announcement coming Monday. You guys know already.
Yeah.
No, we have a big announcement coming Monday. You don't want to miss that. Oh, we have a new member, Ebony Souza. We haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome back. Congratulations. Thank you. And Mark, part of the welcoming committee, he says, welcome, Ebony. Bell says, hey, Ebs, welcome. Again, the welcoming committee. Thank you. Yeah, congratulations, Kathy. All right, Teray, do you have any daily inspiration to send everyone on their way?
I do, and this one is from Michelle Obama, and it's a question that I think we can all just nibble on over the next 3 weeks. And it's, do we settle for the world as it is, or do we work for the world as it should be? Shelly O, she does it every time.
Do they still say mic drop? Is that still
Yes, Jamal.
That was a mic drop. I think we're doing a lot of settling these days. All right, folks, we got to go. Folks, please don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Maya, are we going to go live today after nomination or not? Don't want to make any promises.
Let's not make any promises, but hopeful.
Okay, we may go live a bit later on the Daily Hour, so stay tuned. We're not making promises, but folks, just do us a favor. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Thanks again to our partners, the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a daily basis. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to this again with you on Monday. Before I head out, as the outro plays, let's have a roll call. Let us know where you're at, where you're tuned in from. Let us know where you are. She's Maya Palacio. She's Teray Tall. I'm Jamel Hartman. I'm in Atlanta. Maya, where you at?
Toronto.
Ray, where you at?
I'm in Oxford in the UK.
And we are out. Peace.